be right back.
Your screen, your dial session will begin.
Okay, I dialed that number. You heard her voice once I connected us saying you are now connected. You can click the start dialing button to start your dial session. Note the caller ID. That's what our contacts are going to see because that's what we selected when we started our dial session. And you'll simply click start dialing and it's going to feed you your first contact. In this case, it's Sam Sample. This is my dialing set worth of buttons, the buttons that show up when the phone is ringing.
Hi there, this is Sam Sample.
I got a voicemail. Note that I didn't have to listen to his voicemail. I simply click that button. PhoneBurner is going to wait on hold, wait for the beeper pause, leave the pre-recorded message I chose when I started the dial session, and you can see it's automatically moving me on to the next call.
Hey, Sally Sample here.
I got another voicemail. Again, I don't need to listen to it. PhoneBurner is going to time a date stamp that you got a voicemail, and then I'm going to show you the other things that do. That does. Now, in this case, we're going to get a live answer now with Sasha. All right, so with Sasha, we got a live answer. With PhoneBurner, there's no delays whatsoever when someone answers the phone. When they say hello, you are saying hello back. That is a very powerful part of PhoneBurner. PhoneBurner is not a predictive dialer. It's also not an auto dialer. It is a power dialer. It doesn't dial 25 numbers at once, and then when it senses a live answer, connects you. Those are those annoying delays that we all get calls in the middle at night when we're about to have dinner, and we pick up the phone and say hello, and 5 or 10 seconds later, someone finally says hello. It also, PhoneBurner is not a system that simply dials 500 numbers and plays a pre-recorded message. You are engaged with the system. Remember what I said earlier. We are built to help you get to more live conversations to help your business move forward, okay, for whatever needs you're going to have. Now, when you do get a live answer, you certainly don't need to click the live answer button, but it is a great habit to get into. When you click the live answer button, it dates and timestamps that you got a live answer, and then most importantly, it brings up this red end this call button. When you are done talking to your contact, this is how you terminate the call. If you hang up your phone, you'll disconnect from the dial session. Now, you can pick up right where you left off very easily, but that's how you'll terminate a call. Now, let's show you around the dialer window real quick. First of all, this is the number that's calling right now. If they give you a different number to call, you can hit the plus button and you can add more numbers. You can update any of this information when you are talking to your contact, okay? You can add more notes as you're talking to your contact or when you end this call. These are custom fields over here on the right-hand side, and I'll explain to these a little bit more to you when we talk about importing, but these are custom fields that you are able to create to track the information you want, or when you import data to have that information available should your worksheet contain certain pieces of data. I mentioned the phone script. If you added a phone script, this is where you would click on it and read the phone script. Our phone scripts are dynamic, which means it's going to, through merge codes, put the contact name and your name and any other information that you have, you're able to add to that. Up here in the upper right-hand corner is your action button. You can print a contact. You can certainly use our calendar that comes with PhoneBurner to schedule follow-ups and so on. You would just click there and the calendar would open. Our calendar does two-way sync with Google Calendar, just to let you know, and you can do a quick Google search. Now, we are done talking to our contact. We're going to end this call. Now, what you did notice is in the first two calls, as soon as I clicked the button, I moved on to the next call. That's what helps you with your efficiency. But in the case of a live answer, once you end the call, then your live answer set worth of buttons come up. Remember, these are configurable to meet your business needs, right? In this case, this is our default set. Now, as soon as I click what happened, PhoneBurner moves me on to the next call. But right now, I've got time to add more notes. I can toggle over to another program. I can even get up and go get a drink of water if I wanted to right now. All right. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and say Sasha was interested. PhoneBurner is going to do everything we told that button to do. And we're going to move on to the next call, which happens to be Jeff. And let's go ahead and say Jeff was no answer. PhoneBurner is going to designate the last call for Jeff was no answer and move me on to the next call. It also dates and timestamps your call. And then here comes George.
Hello.
Oh, great.
This is
We
George.
got another voicemail. Again, I don't need to listen to it. I'm moving on. And now you can see the efficiency of using PhoneBurner and how quickly you can get through your contacts. Now, you'll get a little summary screen of everything that happened on your call. And you can even look at the details of everything that happened. All right. And now if we go back into the contact manager and let's go ahead and click on Sasha, for example, this is the details. Notice all the notes and all the notes you added to it. All right. Notice the dial session status. Pay attention to this as interested because that's the button we clicked. So that designated the last call for this person. They were interested. You also have your complete activity you've done with the contact and so on. So a very, very powerful contact manager. PhoneBurner is a full CRM to let you know. All right, so you've experienced the dial session. Now, all right, I really like PhoneBurner. I can see how it can help my business needs. Let's talk a little bit about setup. So first of all, there are multiple ways to get to our settings. You can go under your initials and go any settings that you want, or you can simply click on the dial sessions tab and click dial session settings. Now, there are a bunch of settings here. You can click on any of the tabs here, and then any of the different settings that are under each one of those tabs. And you are welcome to explore any and all of them. But there's only a couple that are really critical to get started with. All right. So first of all, the first one we're going to talk to is the voicemail library. Now, I already explained to you why this is so powerful. Okay, because we know you get a lot of voicemails, and being able to pre-record a voicemail or a message in your voice, and then be able to just move through that call quicker really helps you get through more calls with PhoneBurner. All right. So how do you record a voicemail? Well, first of all, when you first come to this page will be blank. And most of you are typically just going to pick up a phone, any phone, dial the number that's on your screen, and put your PIN in, okay? So don't put in my PIN, because you'll be recording stuff in my back office. Put your PIN in, and then you'll just record your messages if you were leaving one. Hi, this is Ken with PhoneBurner. I was calling to talk to you a little bit about the incredible features within our PhoneBurner power dialer. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Here's my phone number, et cetera, right? So whatever you would normally leave, go ahead and do that. Now, you can optionally upload an MP3 if you have it recorded somewhere else. Now, when you do record your voicemail, this page will auto-refresh, and you can listen to it. If you're not happy with it, trash it. All right? But the name field will be blank. Make sure you name it appropriately and then save it, and here's why. Over time, you're probably going to build up a library of different messages that you're going to want to leave based on the contacts you select at that time. All right. So if you name it appropriately, it'll help you make sure you pick the right one for that group of contacts you're calling. So that's the voicemail library. Pretty simple to do, but a very, very important part of PhoneBurner. The next thing we're going to cover is the caller ID section. All right. Now, as I said, no special equipment whatsoever when you're using PhoneBurner. When you pick up a phone, any phone, and make that one phone call in the PhoneBurner that you just experienced, it's going to show by default the caller ID that you called in from. So if I called in from my cell phone, for example, and I didn't set a caller ID or pick a caller ID, then that's what's going to show to my contacts. However, most of you are going to want to go ahead and set your caller ID or caller IDs and choose which one you want to use when you start a dial session. And in order to add a caller ID to your library, you're simply going to click Add a Caller ID. You can put in a label. Now, this is just for your own knowledge, right? Just so you know what it is. So if I wanted to put my office or cell or whatever, again, it's just for you. And then you'll put your 10-digit number in here. Now, you have to be able to answer the call once you click Add Caller ID, all right? What we're going to do is we're going to call that number. We're going to show you a 6-digit code on the next screen. You're going to enter that into the phone, and then that is what ultimately is going to verify your caller ID, and then you can choose that when you start your dial session. All right, so that's the caller ID. Again, it's pretty simple. Once you set one, you won't need to come back to this page often, but you're welcome to come back here at any time and add additional caller IDs as a possibility. The next thing we're going to talk about in the form of setup is the dispositions or these action buttons that are in the dialer window that you just saw. So as I already mentioned, two sets of buttons. And we're going to go ahead and click on the default one. As I mentioned also, we are automatically give you default buttons that you are more than welcome to use as is, or you are more welcome to edit any of them. You can trash any of them that you don't want, and you can add new buttons to your sets if you want to. So what do these buttons do? First of all, this is probably the most powerful part of PhoneBurner, all right, because they do a bunch of things. So let's go ahead and click on the voicemail button here and where we can edit it so you can kind of see what the power behind these buttons. So first of all, that's the text on the button, okay? So voicemail. This is the status. That is very, very important. You saw that when I showed you Sasha and the fact that her last status was interested, because that's what the button said it. So it's going to record it. So why is that so powerful? Well, I'm going to show you in a moment our advanced search functionality that allows you to search based on statuses. Hey, I want to search for everybody that I left a message for, that I haven't called for 7 days, and that I haven't called at least 3 times, right? So this is what helps you with follow-up, right? The simplicity of PhoneBurner is its beauty. You're simply going to import some contacts, you're going to select a group, and you're going to call them, right? That is the simplicity of PhoneBurner. However, how do you do follow-up? How do you get a targeted list of people you want to call after your initial calls? That is a lot of that is done through the advanced search, and it's because of this status that makes it even more powerful. All right. Now, in this case, the voicemail is the dial session default. However, you can create other voicemail buttons and have specific voicemails that it will leave that you pre-recorded. This is the automatic note. Now, PhoneBurner also allows you to send an immediate email to your contact, should you have an email address for them. All right. And we have a library already pre-built for you that you are welcome to edit, or you can simply add your own emails to your library. And if you want, again, 100% optional, you can automatically send an email to your client contact as well. And when you click that button. So that's how you would do that. You can even decide to move the contact to a different folder. And I'm going to show you how you create your own folders here in a moment when you click that button. So if you believe in folder management, this makes it really powerful to move contacts around. Now, there's a whole bunch of other things that you are welcome to explore and the different things it does, but that is the power of these buttons, of these dispositions, okay? And then, of course, we've got the live answer set that you are welcome to edit and add new buttons. Let's say one of your goals is to set an appointment. Well, you can simply click Add New Button, create a button called Set Appointment, status it as Set Appointment, move it to a folder called Set Appointment, and so on and so forth, just like you saw on the dialing set where the buttons. All right, that's the dispositions. Again, probably the most powerful part of PhoneBurner. All right. So let's go ahead and dive, from a setup standpoint, that's really it. Now you can explore a whole bunch of other things, and there's a lot of things you can do, but just from simplicity of getting started, those are the things to pay attention to. So let's go ahead and go back to the Contacts tab and just cover a few final items to get them. So first of all, when you first get your free trial account, you have 2 folders, a contacts folder and a sample contacts folder. And you are welcome to use both. You are welcome to import or add contacts to your contacts folder and go from there. But remember, you can add your own folders. I've already added these in this account. And to add your folders, you simply click on the gear wheel to the right of folders, and you can create a new folder, or let's go ahead and visit the Manage Folders page. So these are the folders that I added, all right? I'll also tell you your contacts in there. And to add a new folder, you simply click Add New Folder, and you can even reorder them in any order you want, again, if you believe in folder management. All right. Okay, so now you've got some folders, right? And now you got to get some contacts in here to call. So there are 2 ways basically to get them in here for the most part. First of all, you can add a contact one at a time, but most of you are typically going to import your spreadsheet worth of contacts. All right, so I'm going to simply click on the import button here, and there's several of them throughout the back office. And you will see you can browse your computer for your file, or you can simply drag and drop a file in here. Now, it does need to be CSV or an Excel file. A CSV file is just simply an Excel file saved in a CSV format. So I have one here that I'm simply going to drag and drop in there, and now this is where you will map your data. So in this case, this is my column of data. So yours will be your own columns of data. And by the way, I get asked this a lot. What is the required field for PhoneBurner to import? And that is phone number. Your contact has to have a phone number. So essentially, if you want to import just one list of nothing but phone numbers, you are able to do that. And then, of course, as you saw in the dial session window, you can actually add names and different things like that as you go through your list. All right, so I am just now mapping my data, right? First name to first name, last name to last name, email to email. Now, phone, you're going to want to make sure you use one of the 4 main phone fields. You can have multiple phone homes, multiple phone works, and so on and so forth. So if your worksheet has more than one phone number, you can import them all. All right. Now, my spreadsheet has company name, so I'm simply going to look. Oh, there's company name. Great. So I'm going to import that. If I don't want to import a field, a column of data, I just leave it as do not import. But if I want to import a column, I can come in here, and if there isn't one made for it, I can create a custom field. A custom field can be a text, a checkbox, or a date selector. In this case, current carrier is going to be a text box. So I'm going to go ahead and name it. And once you create that, that field will get that data imported and also be available to you in your contact details and so on. And then you're going to click next. Now, this is where you'll click the folder that you want to import into, or you can create your own folder. In this case, I'm going to import into my contacts. You can do some duplicate matching. You can scrub against your personal do not call list. Of course, you won't have anybody when you start off. And you're going to click next. And then it's going to give you a little summary. Yes, import. And that's how easy it is to import data into the contact manager. So now if I go back to my contacts tab and I go to the contacts folder, these are the contacts I just imported. Now I can start a dial session and go from there. All right. So a couple other things while we're here in the contact manager. First of all, over here in the upper right-hand corner is the ability to sort your folders by a whole host of different things. All right. Many PhoneBurner members take advantage of this. I want to sort by number of times called, or last call, or by names, or by time zones, or whatever the case may be. Okay. You can sort, and you can sort A to Z and Z to A. Okay. So again, a really wonderful part of PhoneBurner to be able to sort when you click on a folder by whatever criteria you want. Then, now we want to cover what we refer to as our search capabilities. Now, when I talk about the dispositions being the most powerful part of PhoneBurner, the second most powerful part of PhoneBurner is our searches, and especially our advanced searches. So first of all, you can do a quick search by a whole host of different criteria. So that's how you can find a contact quickly, or a group of contacts. But our advanced search is what takes it to the next level. So I'm going to simply click here on the advanced search, and it's going to pull up a window. And this is where you can search by one or a multitude of different criteria. For example, let's say I want to search for everybody for the last time I called them. It was before 6 days ago. So that means I haven't called them for at least 7 days. And I tried calling them less than or equal to 5 times. Right? If I click search here, it'll pull up anybody that meets that criteria. But now I want to continue to build on that, and I want to know that the last time I called them, they either were left message or they were no answer. So now I am building my call cadence. And the powerful part behind this is that you can save this search, and so that every time you come into your contact manager, it is there and it'll pull the latest data, the latest information to meet this criteria, and now you're building your call cadence. All right. So, and you can do a multitude of different things, including people that are in a certain folder, or that have certain activity, like opened up an email. And again, it can be one or a multitude of different criteria. So our search functionality, very, very powerful part of PhoneBurner. All right. So as we wrap up our webinar today, first of all, I had mentioned earlier that I was going to show you where you can find support. And so if you simply click on your support tab, you are welcome to call us. We are open 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. And even if you're in your free trial period, you are still welcome to give us a call, and we're happy to help out. You can also message us. You can submit a support ticket, searchable knowledge base, and lots of videos, including an agent quick start video that will cover what I covered and much more right here in your quick start guide.
Okay.
All right, so now you are now ready to upgrade. And you're like, yes, PhoneBurner is going to meet my business needs. I'm excited to get started. So how do you upgrade? Well, you're simply going to click on the upgrade button in your back office. You'll choose the account level you want to upgrade to, and you'll enter your credit card, and voila, you'll be all set with PhoneBurner. That's how easy it is to upgrade to a paid account level with PhoneBurner. All right. So as we wrap up, all right. So why upgrade? Well, first of all, you get unlimited minutes, right? And you saw how efficient you can be with PhoneBurner and how it can get you to more live conversations and really help your business with your outbound calling effort. Another reason, hey, when you do upgrade, you're going to get offered free white glove onboarding, one-on-one personal time with one of our onboarding specialists. And not only are we going to help you set up your account, we have pre-created templates that we can automatically apply to your account that's got folders and dispositions and so on already pre-created for you. So that is something you'll definitely want to take advantage of. When you upgrade, you'll get an email with a link. There will also be a new link on your support page, so go ahead and schedule that white glove onboarding. Final, since you made it to the webinar, we're going to give you our special bonus offer. If you upgrade and pay tonight by midnight your time, so go ahead and click that upgrade button, go ahead and enter your credit card, pay tonight by midnight. So you're going to pay for your first month of PhoneBurner. We will give you your second month absolutely free. All you have to do is email ken@phoneburner.com. That's Ken, K-E-N, @phoneburner.com. Just let me know you upgraded, and we'll push your next bill date out 30 days. Okay? So again, ken@phoneburner.com. Email me if you upgrade tonight by midnight and pay for your first month. We'll then push your next bill date out 30 days. Well, hey, thank you so much for attending this webinar today. I certainly appreciate, and we certainly appreciate you taking time to explore PhoneBurner for your business needs. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now.